name's Gavin, and this is Genre Books, and a very quick April TBR on this, the 1st of April. Very quick for 3 reasons. 1, some of these are books I've already shown for my anticipated giant April event reads. 2, I haven't read the books yet, so there's not a lot I can tell you about them. And 3, once you see how many books there are on the list, you'll appreciate that I've got to spare as much time as I can this month to actually read them. There are 3 reading events I am participating in this month. The first is Roger's Cheap Old Book Club. The second is Giant April. And the third is Spring into Adventure. Roger's Cheap Old Book Club is a Booktube reading club hosted by Michael K. Vaughan, where each month he selects a title available on Project Gutenberg and we all read it. I don't participate every month. If I've read the book, chances are I won't be rereading it. The book club has led me into some interesting titles I wouldn't normally have read, and whereas I would have been interested in this month's title, it's a great opportunity to actually get it under the belt. And this month is Captain Blood by Raphael Sabatini. Giant April is a month-long reading event based around King Kong, hominids, big feet, Godzillas, large beasties, hosted by Roy Reads Anything, co-hosted by Annie at Obscure Book Adventures and Back Away from the Donkey. And Spring into Adventure is an adventure-based, you'll be surprised to hear, reading event throughout April, hosted by, and I've written these down so I don't want to forget anybody, Book Time with Elvis, Another Bibliophile Reads, Randy Ray the Literate Texan, Big Hard Books, Shawn D. Standfast, and Mystery and Mayhem. This reading event has prompts and a read-along, and I'm going to see how far I can stick to this. So, in the order I'm going to try to read them, I have 2 versions of this first book. King Kong, Edgar Wallace, Marion Cooper for the original film, and Dallas W. Lovelace for the novelisation. And this copy has an introduction by Greg Bear and a preface by Mark Cotter-Vaz. And because of a huge mix-up in scale and a purchase from Abe Books, I also have this version of King Kong, which is a giant copy and is for children. I'm also reading in the first week Murders in the Rue Morgue by Edgar Allan Poe and A Fighting Man of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs, there with Giant Ape on the front cover, and that will comprise my Easter Edgars for the year. Both King Kong and Fighting Man of Mars will also fulfill the first week's prompt of Spring into Adventure, which is short form adventure, and another couple of short form adventures I'm looking to get read this week. Again is on my TBR because again I had not got round to it last month. Death World 3 by Harry Harrison. I need to read this to finish the Death World series. And also the new Shiny book that I picked up last week. So obviously attracted to it because I've just got it, and that is John Steinbeck's Cup of Gold Adventures in the Spanish Main. And from the Kindle, The Radium Pool by Ed Earl Rep, which I would like to read before I do my next Planet Stories video. And because I was lucky enough to have picked misery literature from the tote bag of Mild Peril, in complete antithesis to all the adventure and shenanigans that I'm reading this month, I will also be reading The Awful Disclosures of the Hotel Dieu Nunnery of Montreal. Fun. Week 2 of April, I have books that serve 2 masters, fulfilling both the giant creature remit of Giant April and the long form adventure prompt from the Spring into Adventure event. Godzilla and Godzilla Rides Again, which I keep reading as Godzilla Rides Again, which is going to be my next kaiju western crossover. And China Miéville's The Scar, fantasy pirate seaborne adventure with giant leviathan beasties. The read-along is She by H. Rider Haggard, which I don't have a physical copy of, but easily obtainable on Gutenberg. And this is the week I also hope to finish off Captain Blood as well. Not a reading event, but my own personal little quest this year to read all of the Lawrence Vanderpost books I have, and because I didn't get around to it in March for reasons, I have to play a little bit of catch up this month. So The Face Beside the Fire, and then the book I was always intending to read in April, The Dark Eye in Africa. For the adventure prompt, which is, I think, sort of an anything goes novelisation, you could watch a film or anything, I've chosen a book which I think is far more famous as a film than it is as a novel, and that is 633 Squadron. Let's go blow up some Nazis. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World is again a book that fulfills criteria for both Giant April and for Spring into Adventure. Bigfoot in Suburban London in Gigantic by Ashley Stokes. For non-fiction adventure, which is the week 4 prompt, I want to read Wilfred Thesiger's Arabian Sands. And because I read the middle book of the trilogy last month, I'd like to finish the Magic by the Numbers trilogy by Lyndon Hardy and read Riddle of the Seven Realms. Following that, I'll probably have a video on that trilogy. But other than that, things I'd like to read, I need to continue with my reading all of Planet Stories. That may look like a large list of books, but I have a secret weapon up my sleeve, and that is an entire week off work. So I may try to slip in a couple of visits to the British Library to read some more about the Hanseatic League, which is what I do for adventure. Back soon with my thoughts on the Easter Edgars and their apes of varying sizes. Quite soon. Bye.